What's up, guys? We're going to go over The Fixer by Pearl Jam off the Backspacer album. Alright guys, we're going to start this song off with a few power chords, starting with your first finger on the A string, the 5th string up on the 2nd fret, and your pinky and your ring fingers are going to go on the 4th fret of the 2 middle strings, and those are the 3rd and 4th strings up, the B and the G strings. Now remember, with power chords, try and mute the strings you don't want to ring out, so you can do that by lightly touching the bottom 2 strings, the first 2 strings right here. Make sure they're muted, okay, with your first finger. Then also push up on that low E. Make sure that's muted as well in case you strum into it. Alright, so first thing you're going to do is just strum down once. Then you're going to keep the same hand form, but just let go a little bit. So you're just lightly touching all the strings for a muted strum. Okay, then you're going to slide all the way over with that same hand form to the 5th fret and strum down. Okay? Okay, now you're going to bar on the 7th fret the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd strings. And you're going to strum down once. Then bring your middle finger to the 8th fret of the B string, that's the 2nd string up. Strum again. Then let go. And strum again. Alright, so there's 3 quick strums. Then you do the same thing on the 5th fret. Now you go back to that power chord where you first started. Alright, and that goes around 3 times. Okay? And then back. So you do that 3 times, and then on the 4th time you're just going to do the power chords. And then it goes into the verse. Alright, for the verses section of this song, there's a lot of single picking, starting with your first finger on the 3rd fret of the low E, that's the 6th string up, and then your ring finger is going to be on the 5th fret of the A string, 5th string up, and you're going to alternate picking between these 2 notes 5 times. Okay? Starting with the low E with your first finger, then alternate to the 5th fret, back to the low E, back to the A on the 5th fret, then back to the low E. Okay? Then you're going to go to the 2nd fret with your first finger, and you're going to drop to the A string on the 2nd fret. And you're going to pick the low E open twice, then pick once on that A. Okay? So starting from the top. Alright, so from that pick on the 2nd fret, you're going to slide your finger all the way to the 5th fret of the A string, 5th string up, and you're also going to use your ring finger on the 7th fret of the 4th string, that's the D string. Okay, and you're basically going to do the same thing you did on the 3rd and the 5th, just on the 5th and 7th, starting with your first finger. Just like that. 5 picks. So after those 5 picks, you're going to go to the open string on the 5th fret, pick that once. Then your first finger goes to the 2nd fret of the A string, 5th string up, pick that again. And then your ring finger goes to the 4th fret of the D string. Okay, so from the 5th fret, open, 2nd, 4th. Okay? Alright, so from the top, And you're going to do that exactly 4 times. Alright guys, for the chord section of the song, you're going to use 3 open chords, starting with the G major. I use the G major on the 3rd fret where you mute the A string, 5th string up instead of placing your first finger on the 2nd fret, which I think is the chord they're using in the track, but it doesn't make that big of a difference. So if you want to use a G like this or like this, that's fine. But if you want to use it, the only difference is you just mute that A string by lightly touching it with your middle finger. Okay, so you just strum down once on that G. Then you're going to go to a E minor on the 2nd fret. Then to a D major. Alright, and you strum down 1 on each, and you do that twice. So you go back to that G, strum, E minor, then D major. Alright, also on the D major, if you want to use the D sus chord where you just strum the B, the G, and the D, the 2nd, 3rd, and 4th strings up, and do that chord instead of the D major, I think that's fine, and that might be the actual chord they use on the track. Alright guys, we'll go over the bridge now. Alright guys, there is a little guitar lick before the bridge which goes like this. So what you're going to do is put your first finger on the B string, 2nd string up on the 3rd fret, pick that once. Then go to the 5th fret of the B string, same string, 2nd string up, pick. Then go to the 3rd fret of the high E, 1st string up, and pick that. And that repeats. Alright, and then that gets into the bridge, and the bridge has all open chords and bar chords, and these are all elongated strums similar to the chorus. So you're going to start with an open C, strum once, then go to the 6th fret, which is a D flat, and you're going to use your first finger on the 6th fret of the A string, and then bar the B, the G, and the D, 2nd, 3rd, and 4th strings. So that is a A-shaped bar chord. Okay, strum once. Then you're going to go to a B minor bar chord on the 2nd fret. So your first finger is going to bar the 2nd, 3rd, 4th, and 5th strings on the 2nd fret. And then your middle finger is going to go on the B string of the 3rd fret, 2nd string up. And your pinky and ring fingers are going to be on the 3rd and 4th strings. Okay, so it's a B-shaped bar chord, strum once. Then the last chord is an A major on the 2nd fret. So you're going to use the B, G, and the D strings, strum, or you can just bar the 2nd, 3rd, and 4th strings up, and that's the same chord. Okay, and those chords repeat just one more time, and then the bridge is over. Then after the bridge, it goes right back to the intro, and then it goes to the chorus part, and that's when the song fades out. Okay.